The fallout from that decision is no longer hypothetical. It is real, it is active, and it is unfolding behind closed doors in Cleveland right now. What once felt like another disappointing chapter in a lost season has escalated into something far more dangerous for Kevin Stefanski, because this is no longer about one game or one play call. This is about trust, vision, and whether the man leading the Browns understands what is actually happening in front of him. Jimmy Haslam does not call emergency meetings lightly. For all the criticism he has received over the years for impatience, for cycling through coaches, for instability at the top, one thing has always been true. When Haslam feels like the long-term future of the franchise is being mishandled, he steps in. And this time, that future has a name. Shadur Sanders. Inside the organization, the concern is not just that Stefanski cost the Browns a game. It is that he may be repeating the same pattern that has haunted Cleveland for decades. The pattern of finding a quarterback who shows promise, flashes leadership, earns the locker room, and then failing to fully commit to him at the exact moment commitment matters most. Browns fans have seen this movie too many times, and ownership knows it. That history is not abstract. It is personal. It is painful. And it is why this situation feels so combustible. Shadur Sanders did everything a young quarterback is supposed to do when given an opportunity. He did not fold under pressure. He did not shrink in the moment. He did not play scared. He attacked the game. He responded to mistakes with confidence. He led grown men down the field when the season was on the line. That is not normal rookie behavior. That is franchise quarterback behavior. And when that kind of performance is rewarded with removal from the field in the most critical moments, it sends a message that echoes far beyond one Sunday afternoon. Players notice. Veterans notice. Myles Garrett noticed. Garrett's comments were not accidental, and they were not careless. They were precise. He chose his words carefully, knowing exactly how they would be received. By emphasizing Shadur's composure, growth, and ability to come up big, Garrett was doing more than praising a teammate. He was validating him. He was endorsing him. And in doing so, he was quietly challenging the logic of the coaching staff's decisions. That kind of message carries enormous weight when it comes from the most respected player in the building. Ownership heard it. Loud and clear. The emergency board meeting is not about optics. It is not about calming fans. It is about answering questions that can no longer be ignored. Does Kevin Stefanski truly believe Shadur Sanders is the quarterback of the future, or does he see him as a temporary option to be managed rather than empowered? Is Stefanski capable of adapting in real time, or is he too committed to predetermined plans to trust what is unfolding on the field? And perhaps most importantly, is this the right coach to guide a young quarterback through the most critical developmental phase of his career? Those are franchise-defining questions. The timing makes it even more damning. With the playoffs out of reach, these final games should be about growth, clarity, and alignment. They should be about building chemistry, reinforcing confidence, and letting Shadur take ownership of the offense. Instead, there is now tension, uncertainty, and the very real possibility that the coach and quarterback are not aligned philosophically. That is the fastest way to derail development. Haslam understands what is at stake because he has lived the consequences before. He has watched promising quarterbacks stall out, regress, or collapse under mismanagement. He has watched coaching staffs fail to adjust and organizations lose years chasing stability that never comes. And now, with a quarterback who is actually showing signs of being different, the idea that stubborn decision-making could sabotage that progress is unacceptable. This is why Stefanski's past success no longer protects him. Coach of the Year honors do not outweigh present failures. A playoff win years ago does not excuse current rigidity. The league moves fast, and windows close faster. When a rookie quarterback shows you who he can be, you either lean in or you get left behind. Inside the locker room, players are watching closely. They want to know who this team is really building around. They want to know whether performance is rewarded with trust. They want to know if leadership decisions are driven by results or by ego. Those answers will shape the culture long after this season ends. If Stefanski adjusts, embraces Shadur fully, and allows him to own these final games, he may still salvage trust. But if he doubles down, if he continues to script moments instead of reading them, the pressure will only intensify. Ownership patience is already thin. The margin for error is gone. This is how coaching tenures end. Not with one explosive mistake, but with a sequence of decisions that reveal a deeper disconnect. The Titans' loss was the spark. The Wildcat calls were the flashpoint. Myles Garrett's words were the confirmation. And now the boardroom discussions are the consequence. Cleveland stands at a familiar crossroads, but this time the choice is clearer than it has ever been. One path prioritizes development, adaptability, and trust in a quarterback who is earning belief every week. The other clings to continuity that may no longer fit the moment. What happens next will define the Browns for years. If you're locked into this